Okay guys, I'm back with the one I did last week. This is the resin on glass. As you can see, it dried up nicely, nice and smooth. As you can see on the back, it's just a pane of glass that I poured it on, and this was 6 millimeters. And I kind of like what it did here too. Look at that. Let me get you in really close. That is pretty, isn't it? I really like that. That is beautiful. Here it's the same. Look at that. Oops, sorry about the light. But it made some really pretty sort of stripes. I don't know. It's like I put the comb through it. But as you can see, it's really nice to see. I put on a little bit of glitter here and there just, you know, make it pop a little bit more. And I think these colors up here, they really go well together. There it is. They are kind of heavy pieces, but as you can see, really the resin did a really nice job of going right to the side here and making that little bevel, sort of a bevel thing. And it did that all over, as you can see. Maybe here 2 little dents. I don't know if you can see that, but I can live with that. Now all you have to do is take off the couple of drips that are left. Look at that, how easy that comes off. See that? I think that's the advantage of pouring on glass, because you can clean it up really beautifully. Now the only thing that you would have to do if you're going to sell them like this, what I would do, let me just clean off this little bit of resin. That cleans off really well. That is beautiful. Okay, what I would do is take, I don't know if you guys have those, but because I did a lot of glass work, I have one of those little grinders that grind glass, and I would take a little bit off the corners here. Because this could be really dangerous, as you can see here. I would take that off. So I'd round off the corners like that, and then it's good to go. Now, because it's glass, you can also put a one of those hang thingies here. You can put that on with UV glue, and it will stick to that glass like cement. You know, you just put the glue on, you put your little hanging thing on there, and then you use that UV light to make it stick. That'll work perfectly. So I'm pretty happy with this. I really like some details. Let me see if I can get you in close now. I like a lot of the little details. How it's how the paint or the colors, you know, mixed with each other. That is really pretty. Okay, I'll put this one away. Let's see. Now this is the one where we put on those little thingies, and they didn't really, you know, stay there where I really wanted them. They did sink in a little bit, as you can see, and well, that's too bad. Don't know if you can see that one. That is kind of pretty. Okay, the next one. That was the other one I did with the little swirly things, and as you can see, they are also a little bit sunken into the paint. Yeah, okay. Now, what am I up to further this weekend? Well, I got these little pine cones. And what I want to do is I want to saw them in half, and I want to put resin in them. But I'm going to color the resin with a little bit of alcohol ink, just to give it a little bit of color, but I don't want it to be opaque. so that when I put the resin on here, it'll, you know, it'll show the cone through. That's what I'm going to try. I've never done that before, and I'll have to make a little mold to fit the cutout that I'm going to make. Oh, I kind of like this too. Wouldn't that be pretty? If I just sawed it off like that, that would be really pretty. Well, I'll have to go use a saw, which I don't really like, because I don't like stuff that can cut your fingers off. I'm always thinking, you know, what if I cut a couple of fingers off and I will never be able to draw or paint? I don't know. I'll hold it with, I don't know, one of these. You can always hold it with one of these and then push it under, right? Yeah. I know I'm a scaredy cat, but I don't like power tools. I'm not too fond of them. Okay, I still had some of this paint left over from the previous pour, and as you can see here, I went and looked what I could do with it, and I really like this bit here, which I would really like as a pendant, but I have 6 million pendants, so okay, got some paper. People are always asking me, what is the brand of the paper? This is the brand of the paper, Kodak Extra Life paper, because it is waterproof. That's why I use it. So I'm going to use up some of that background color that I did in the previous pours. And coming in with some white. And of course some of that nice light blue, smack in the middle. A little bit more of the dark blue on top. And then with a clean palette knife, well, clean, almost clean, I'm going to come over, do that. You know, sometimes I see things happening like up here where there are no cells, but I really like that a little bit. And here we'll just let the paint do its own thing. See how it all starts selling like crazy? Now I'll show you the power of this new pouring medium. Look at that. Can you see how it spreads? It spreads like crazy. Now this is the pouring medium, the new formula that is a little thicker than the old pouring medium. But if you like going for this kind of effect, well, that's the stuff to buy, because it really, really does its thing. But remember, because of the way it acts, it will move, you know, for quite some time. So if that's not something that you're willing to do or have, then I'd be careful in choosing your pouring medium. That is really pretty. Now we're going to do one more, but this time I'm going to squish it. So I'm going to cut this one in half. And I'm going to try and see what happens when I spread it out really, really thin. Just some white on top, then a little bit of blue on top, and some more of the background color. That's it. Then we take the other one, press it on top, and make it squish out on the sides. There it is. That is kind of pretty, but watch the magic happen. Oh, it's already happening. Well, one I'll leave and one I'll torch. That was a really, really light torch. Just a tiny, tiny bit. So we'll keep that one. And this one we're not going to torch. But as you can see, already really beautiful things are happening. See that? Let me get you in focus. There it is. I really think that it's pretty what it's doing. But I'd like to do something different. I'd like to, I don't know, release it in a different way, but I'm not sure how. Okay, let's do this. Background color. And the white, the light blue. And the dark. And I want to really do something on top of it with something, if you know what I mean, which you probably don't. Okay, let's see this. I do like them, but they're very chaotic sort of little cells. You know, they're doing all sorts of stuff, going all sorts of ways. And sometimes, you know, I just like to have something that is all cellular, you know, all round little cells popping up all over the place. And this one is just doing different stuff. I'm pretty sure I could make some really pretty prints out of this one, though. I just might do that in a bit. But I'm just seeing, you know, what the different layers of paint are doing, the way I'm releasing it, the way I'm manipulating it, and that is what I'd really stress. I want to stress that it is very important. You know, if you have paint left over from a pour, just do stuff with it, because it teaches you what it does, the difference between a swipe. Let's do a big swipe. Let's see. I should have started with something else. Well, no, why not? I'm going to put the whole background. As you can see, I'm going to spread it out kind of evenly. A little bit more, though. A little bit more down here. Going to spread it out nice and smooth. Then we're going to add the swipe color. And this one I just want the dark and the white. And I am going to give it a little torch, of course. Look at that. I'll do another one up close, because that is amazing. That is really beautiful. And too bad, you know, you can see right through to the paper, but that is really pretty. See those veins? Look at that. Okay, gotta put this one away, because I really want to keep that one. Let's do that one again, because that was a really, really nice effect. So we're going to put on the background color, clean off the palette knife. Just very smoothly give your paper the background color. Wipe off the palette knife again. And this time I want to swipe it from that way. So we're putting on the white. With your clean knife, we're going to pull it. Just like that. And now I'm going to give you a close-up of how this works. That is not in focus. Hope that is. That's it. And I will be very curious to see if this, like these are even thinner. Let me get you in really close. See how thin those lines are? So I'm really gonna be, I don't expect them to stay, because that would be awesome, but I don't think so. But I'm gonna put this one away. Whoops. I wish this thing would focus all by itself. That would be a really nice little thing that it could do. Okay, just one more. Yeah, I know, I always say that, but this time it's the truth. Just one more, because I want to take a little break. I think this is the 4th or 5th video. Yeah, and I have a cold again, but really, who's surprised? Not me. This time 2 colors, nice and clean palette knife, and we're gonna swipe it right over. Then I'm gonna get you in focus. There you are. I'm not going to do the sides. I'm hoping that this will just dry like this. But this pouring medium is the bomb. It really is, if you want to do things like this. So we're gonna just leave it like this, and I'll come back tomorrow, because then it'll be dry, I'm pretty sure, and I will show you. As you can see, it is still growing, so I gotta put it down real fast. Okay guys, that was it. I want to show you still the close-ups of the other ones I did. This was a little thicker, as you can see, but still some really awesome cells going on all over the place. This was one I did offline. As you can see here, I really like that. Let's do one more thing. No, I'm not going to do one of these, but I want to do a really tiny little ring pour, because I got some paint left over, right? And, oh yeah, wait a minute. And look what I got. I got really tiny, tiny little canvases. These are 10 by 10s, and they're all packaged. I don't know why. Gotta take the plastic off. Okay. I'm gonna do a little ring pour on this one. So we're gonna do some of that color, a little bit of white, a little bit of blue, and a little bit of more dark. That's about it. Then we're gonna put it on here. And we're going to do our little ring pour. a ring pour with a little bit of silicone in it. There it is. Yeah, don't go falling off too much. That is pretty, isn't it? That's the fun of doing this, because you never know what you're gonna get. That's it. There it is. See how much it's moving? That's a lot of paint. We'll just see what it does. I'm not going to torch it because I kind of like what it's done here. And if I torch it, it'll just sell all over the place, I'm pretty sure. But we're just going to let this one dry. There'll be paint dripping off. Oh, so you can see where there's one big splotch of silicone. We'll have to fix that later, or maybe now. Ooh, look what it's doing. That's kind of cool. Where's the blue? Oh, I put my thing on the blue. But I'm going to leave it like that. We'll see what happens with it. Maybe it'll surprise us when it's dry. Who knows? Okay, guys, I think I'm ready for today. I'm going to load up all these videos, and then I'm going to be working on the pine cones to cut them so that I can pour some resin on top. And I might look for something else to put in resin also, because, you know, making resin for just 1 or 2 pendants, that's not cool. Too much, you know, too much stirring and making stuff dirty for just doing one. So you want to line up a series of stuff before you do the resin thing. Okay, guys, love you all to pieces. See you all maybe tomorrow. Oops, almost forgot the list of March 2018. I want to thank all these people. Thank you all. If you don't see your name and you have sponsored, please let me know. So see you all in the next video. Bye bye.